Hi, I'm back with another book for you. This one is by another one of my favorite authors. His name is Robert Munsch. It's called Stephanie's Ponytail. On the back of the book, you can see the illustrator, Michael Marchenko, and you can see a picture of Robert Munsch. He's got a silly picture on his book, and it's because he's a silly guy. Almost all of his books are about making you giggle. So, Stephanie's Ponytail. Here we go. Now, in this book, there's going to be places where you know what I'm going to say next, so feel free to say it along with me. I'll let you know when we get there. So, one day, Stephanie went to her mom and said, "None of the kids in my class have a ponytail. I want a nice ponytail coming right out the back." So, Stephanie's mom gave her a nice ponytail coming right out the back. When Stephanie went to school, the other kids looked at her and said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail and I like it." The ugly part in the Stephanie, I like it, is the part you're going to say with me. The next morning, Stephanie went to school. All the other girls had ponytails coming right out the back. Stephanie looked at them and said, "You're all a bunch of copycats. You do whatever I do. You don't have a brain in your heads." The next morning, Mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back?" Stephanie said, "No." "Well, then that's that," said her mom, "because that's the only place you can do ponytails." "No, it's not," said Stephanie. "I want one coming right out the side, just above my ear." "That's very strange," said Stephanie's mom. "Are you sure that's what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. So her mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming right out above her ear. When she went to school, the other girls saw her and they said, remember this is the ugly part, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." And Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail and I like it." The next morning when Stephanie came to school, all of the girls had nice ponytails coming out just above their ears. They copied her again. The next morning, Mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out just above the side of your head?" "No." "Would you like one coming out the other side?" "No." "Well, then that's that," said her mom, "because there's no other place you can do ponytails." "Yes, there is. You can do a ponytail out the top of my head like a tree." "That's very strange," said her mom. "Are you sure that's what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. So her mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming out the top of her head, just like a tree. When Stephanie went to school, the other kids saw her and they said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." And Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail and I like it." The next day, all of the girls and all of the boys had ponytails coming right out the top. It looked like broccoli was growing out of their heads. The next morning when Mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back?" "No." "Would you like something coming out the side?" "No." "Would you like one coming out the top?" "No." "Well, then that's definitely that." There's no other place you can do ponytails. Yes, there is, said Stephanie. I want one coming out the front of my head so that it hangs down over my nose. But nobody will know if you're coming or going, her mom said. Are you sure that's what you want? Yes, said Stephanie. So her mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming right out the front. On the way to school, she bumped into 4 trees, 3 cars, 2 houses, and 1 principal. When she finally got to her class, the other kids saw her and they said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." And Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail and I like it." Everybody came with their ponytails out the front. The next day, all the girls and all of the boys and even a teacher had ponytails coming right out the front, hanging down over their nose. None of them could see where they were going. They bumped into desks and they bumped into each other. They bumped into walls. And by mistake, 3 girls went into the boys' bathroom. Yikes. Stephanie yelled, "You're a bunch of brainless copycats. You just do whatever I do. When I come tomorrow, I'm going to have shaved my head." Do you think she's coming to school bald? Look what happened. They came with shaved heads. The first person to come the next day was the teacher. She had shaved her head and she was bald. The next were to come were the boys. They had shaved their heads and they were bald. The next to come were the girls. They had shaved their heads and they were bald. The last person to come in was Stephanie. And she had a nice little ponytail coming straight out the back. I don't think that's going to work so good for her. I don't know. What do you guys think? Stephanie had to take off because they're all coming to get her. Oh my goodness. They did seem like copycats though, didn't they? Well, that's the end of the book. And that's called Stephanie's Ponytail by Robert Munsch. Hope you're all doing well. Stay tuned. There'll be more books coming.